Today we are in San Francisco. I know it's been a while since we did a video in San Francisco. There's been so many new places for us to try, and so we have a full food itinerary planned. I'm also here with Kelly. Say hi, Kelly. If you guys want to see more videos like this where I'm trying like new Bay Area restaurants, whether it be more SF or South Bay Area or East Bay or Peninsula, please let me know in the comments, or you can also just thumbs up the video. That also tells me that you want to see more stuff like this, as well as if you guys have any suggestions on new places I should try, please leave those in the comments as well. I just want to hear it all from you guys. So yeah, we are going to start off with some coffee. It is early in the morning. We need our coffee. So let's head to the first stop. So for our first stop today, we are at the Buoy. It's super cute in here, very peaceful, and it seems like a great place to work because there's a lot of tables. They have free Wi-Fi. They do have some really unique drinks such as a black sesame latte or suk latte. I decided to go with the classic Einspanner coffee. Of course, we're using our meimei glass boba straw. Link will be in the description as always. Let's give this a mix. Ooh, look at that fluffy cream on top. Oh, it's very smooth. It does have a coffee flavor, but not super duper strong. I'm gonna take a sip with the cream. Ooh, that cream is really nice. It's soft, it's fluffy, it's a little bit sweet. So I think I enjoy sipping it more than like drinking it through the straw. Overall, not bad, but I've had better Einspanners. But maybe next time I would try some of their other unique drinks. Next up, we're trying the matcha roll cake. It has this really pretty piped cream on the top and a little sprig of, I think that's rosemary. Let's get a good bite. You can definitely taste the matcha in there. And surprisingly, there's little bits of chestnuts in here. So that adds a completely different texture. The cake is spongy, it's light. You get the strong taste of the matcha, and it's also not too sweet. Then we also got the black sesame brownie. I love black sesame anything. Let's try to get a good bite of this. Ooh, it feels like dense. A strong hit of black sesame here. Ooh, it's black sesame on black sesame. It's really nice because they have the soft, fluffy cream on the top that has a black sesame flavor. And then as you bite into the brownie, you get even more rich, nutty sesame flavor. Oh, there's a little mochi inside too. A little bit of chewy mochi in there to add a contrasting texture. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. This one I think is sweeter than the matcha roll cake, but it's still not overly sweet either. It's like a nice balance. So out of everything we tried, this is definitely my favorite. If you like black sesame, make sure to order this. Okay, we just stopped by Aji Kiji, and this place sells sushi takeout boxes, and they open at 11. We got there around 10:30, and we were second in line. But within the next 10 minutes, the line just started piling up and was wrapping around the block. They are known to sell out pretty quickly. Like they open at 11, and sometimes they sell out by 12. So if you want to get your hands on some, definitely try to go early. So first up, we have their omakase, and it comes with 10 pieces of nigiri as well as a negi toro maki. And just look how gorgeous this box is. It also even comes with this little soy sauce that's shaped as a fish. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, there's so many choices. I don't even know what to start with, but I think this toro is calling my name. So let's start with that one. The toro is so incredibly buttery that it literally felt like I was just chewing rice because the toro basically just melted onto the rice. I didn't even have to bite down on any of the fish. Like I was just chewing rice basically at that point. So fatty and tender. And I do like the rice here. It's not mushy, has a little of a bite to it, and it's seasoned really well too. Next, let's try this one. It looks like it's maybe salmon and it's torched on top. Oh my gosh, that one has like a smoky flavor to it. Definitely more flavorful than the last piece, but they're both good in their own way because this one has more flavor, but the other one was more like fatty and rich, but also light at the same time. Let's go in for this negi toro maki. Even though makis seem really plain and simple, it's actually one of my favorite things to order at a sushi restaurant. Simple, classic. You get the flavor of the taro and the little zing from the green onions, as well as the flavor of the seaweed. I mean, seaweed, rice, and fish just go so well together. So simple, but so good. We also picked up this bara chirashi. This box is a smaller size, but it does still look really loaded with fish. So there's an assortment on top, including tuna, salmon, unagi, tamago, as well as some garnishes like lotus root and even okra. At least I'm pretty sure that's okra. All right, let's get a good bite here. Got some salmon, tamago, and roe on top as well. Yeah, I really like the way they do rice here. It's very flavorful, it's cooked nicely, and it's seasoned very well too. So I really appreciate that, because as much as I love sushi for the fish, if the rice texture is bad, it completely ruins it for me. So the rice is very important to me as well. The fish in general just tastes really fresh here. I think between the two, I still think next time I would focus more on the omakase. This is still good, but I just like the omakase more. Then we stopped by Maruwu Seicha. Hopefully I said that correctly. I ended up getting the matcha latte with no top and the matcha ube soft serve swirl. So I'm gonna try the soft serve first because it's melting. I'm really excited for this because if you guys watched the Disneyland Halloween food video, they had a ube soft serve there that was so good. I literally had it like 5 times. So I'm just excited to have ube soft serve again. This ube soft serve actually tastes a lot like taro, like the kind of taro milk tea, but more like the powder kind, which I know some people don't like, but I personally don't mind it. I like taro milk tea with real taro, but I also like taro milk tea with the powder taro because that's like a nostalgic flavor I grew up with. And this soft serve tastes pretty much exactly like that taro powder, but in a soft serve form. Even though ube and taro taste similar, this definitely tastes more like taro to me than ube. All right, let me try the matcha side. Whoa, that matcha flavor is really strong. Not bitter at all, but it's not overly sweet. But if you get the ube, or should I call it taro? If you get the taro and the matcha together, then the taro soft serve brings in that sweetness. Also, the texture of the soft serve isn't particularly creamy. It's not like hella icy, but it is on the icier side. Now let's try the matcha latte with the snow top. Since it comes with a little sippy cup, I'm gonna try sipping it first, and then I'll try it mixed. Oh wow, the foam on top is actually not very sweet. It's creamy and smooth, but not super sweet. I also was wondering if this is kind of like cheese foam that you would get on your boba drinks, but this one, I don't taste that cheesy, like cream cheese flavor. Now let's give it a mix. Oh, the lid is like coming off. Dude, I tried to put this lid on well, but it doesn't stick on well. It doesn't fit the cup or something. Yeah. I don't know, but let's try to stir it up. The lid is coming off again. Ay, ay, ay. I'm just trying to stir the foam in, but let's give it a try. When you mix it, it actually tastes a lot better. I mean, it was still good even when I did the sipping, but I do like it mixed a lot more. Once it's mixed, the sweetness comes out a lot more. The matcha, not really getting like any sort of bitterness. And I don't know if I'm just imagining it, but it kind of has this sweet, almost caramelly flavor. But yeah, I do think this is good. I know when it first opened, there was like crazy long lines for it, like 2 hours or something. I wouldn't wait 2 hours for it, but I would get it again. Okay, now we are at Minnie Belle's Soul Movement, and this place recently opened this location in SF, but prior to this, they had a location in Emeryville. It's very cute in here. The workers are really friendly as well. So we did see that if you come during lunch, they have a lunch special right now. That's a 2-piece with fries and cornbread for $15, which I think is such a good deal, especially for SF. But we went ahead and got their 2-piece combo with a side, and for our side, we chose mac and cheese. I did request dark meat, so it looks like they gave us 3 pieces actually. This one also comes with cornbread, and I ordered a side of their hot honey butter to go along with it. We heard this is a must get here, so I'm very excited to try it. So let's just go ahead and start off with the chicken. Whoa, my teeth just sank into the chicken. It's so juicy and tender. Like, it's very soft. And on the outside is a nice light crisp. Not too crunchy, more on the crispy side, which I personally usually prefer. And there is seasoning on that batter as well. So I'm getting like kind of a rosemary type flavor, but it's subtle, not too strong. And it complements the fried chicken perfectly. That is really good. Now let's try some of the mac and cheese. Whoa, look at that. Nice cheesy flavor. The noodles are really soft, not mushy, but just really soft. Like they don't have a bite to it. It just kind of like falls apart in your mouth. The cheese flavor is really nice. This mac and cheese is not super saucy, but it still is cheesy. Very comforting, and it pairs well with the chicken. I'm gonna try some of their cornbread. Let me grab some of that hot honey butter, spread it on there. A perfect bite. Whoa. Woof. That butter has that super rich dairy flavor that butter has, but also you get the sweetness from the honey, and the kick comes later. Like at first I felt a little bit of the kick, but as I kept chewing, it was just like building and building and building. So this does pack a decent punch. It does level up the cornbread. I also did get a side of their greens. I just feel like usually whenever I have soul food, I have to have collard greens with it. Very tender, flavorful, a little bit bitter, but as someone who doesn't usually like bitter things, like it doesn't bother me at all. They're like stewed, so they're soft. Now we are at Tacos El Tucan, and everything on their menu looked so good, but we got a little like sampler of things. But first up, I got a pineapple agua fresca. Oh my gosh, tastes like sweet, fresh pineapple juice. Makes me feel so tropical. Very, very refreshing. So for the food, we got a queso taco, and that's just a handmade tortilla with like a grilled cheese layer on it. Then they add your choice of meat, onion, cilantro, and some guac. We chose the carne asada for this one. So let's squeeze some lime on there. Oh, it's juicy. Cheers. That creaminess of the cheese makes such a big difference. It's nice because since they grill it right onto the tortilla, it adds a little bit of crispiness too. The carne asada has some nice flavor. It's not super duper tender, but it's also not tough. It's kind of right in the middle. You get the brightness from the onions and cilantro. Like I cannot have tacos without onion and cilantro. It's literally an essential. Next up, we have the mulita. It's 2 handmade tortillas with a crispy melted cheese layer, cilantro, onions, and guacamole. And for the meat inside, we chose their adobada, which is like the al pastor. The pork has a really nice flavor to it. It's actually not very spicy at all. It's cheesy and creamy. And I like how this one, the tortillas, has this nice little crisp to them. The sauce in this one definitely tastes different. It kind of has like a stronger mayo type flavor. They did also give us these serrano peppers. They're like blistered. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. They definitely added heat. It actually is a nice level of spice. And last but not least, we got the red taco with shrimp. It's a 6-inch corn tortilla with pico de gallo, coleslaw mix, and chipotle dressing. Oh, look at that. It's juicy, it's dripping. I think we saved the best for last. The tortilla is nice and crispy. There's a creaminess from the cheese and that shrimp. It's big, juicy, snappy. It all just blends together harmoniously. That is so good. If you come here and get one thing, get this. Now we are at Lunette in the Ferry building. It's a Cambodian restaurant, and just being here at the Ferry building reminds me how much I love it. Like me and Bird actually used to come here almost every weekend, so we have like a lot of memories here. It's just so nice to walk around, and a lot of the shops are just like local SF or Bay Area based shops, so it's just such a nice place. Anyway, that was just a little side note. Now onto the food. So we got this KTPP pork noodle soup. It's rice noodles, shrimp, pork 3 ways, crispy garlic, cilantro, and scallions in an 8-hour pork broth. And this smells so amazing, so comforting. Literally a hot bowl of noodle soup like this is just one of the most comforting things that you can eat, in my opinion. So it comes with this little lime wedge. I'm gonna squeeze it in there, add a little acidity and brightness, and let's just dig in. Oh my my gosh. It just warmed my whole mouth and now it's warming my belly. Like I said, this is like the ultimate kind of comfort food for me. The noodles are nicely cooked. Still has a little bit of a bite to it, not overcooked or anything. So I'm gonna put some of the noodles in my spoon and then add some of the broth. And let's get some of that meat in there too. Perfect bite. That broth is so nice. It has a good amount of flavor, but it's still light. Shrimp is perfectly snappy. It has like a crunch to it. This is perfect for the winter months coming up. Then we also got an order of their chicken wings. These are salt and Kampot pepper fried chicken. I am team flats over drums. I know Bird is team drums, so let us know in the comments. Are you team drums or flats? What about you, Kelly? Are you wait, you're team drums?
Yeah.
No.
Let's go.
You guys, team flats, come through in the comments. I'm being overruled by these team drums people. Oh my god, this is hella crispy. It's so good. Very juicy. Wow, these are so good. Literally the perfect crisp on the outside and just completely tender, juicy chicken. Both the fried chicken we had today, so good, phenomenal. I like the simple seasoning they put on there as well. There's just kind of like a salt and peppery kick to it. And so it really highlights and lets the flavor of the chicken shine. I will definitely be back. Next time me and Bert come to the Ferry building, I'm gonna take him here. He can eat the drums and I'll eat the flats. Okay guys, we made it into Four Kings in Chinatown. This place is apparently really hard to get a reservation. They open them 3 weeks in advance at midnight and apparently they are gone within like 5 minutes. So what we did was we came early to do the walk-ins. So we were very lucky. We came here at 5 o'clock and they open at 6. We were first in line. So we are just very thankful and grateful that we were able to get a seat here. It's very cute inside. They have a decently sized menu and they have a blackboard where they write all their specials on. There's a Singaporean chili crab on there that I really want to try, but I think today we are not hungry enough to eat a whole crab. So I'm just gonna have to come back next time to try that. Also, if you're wondering why I'm holding the mic, it's because the music is very loud. So I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. To start off, they have a few free dishes. So these are the smashed cucumbers, as well as some roasted peanuts. It smells good. Cheers. Crunchy, acidic, very refreshing. We're gonna try the peanuts. Cheers. Super fragrant and nutty. I remember whenever we'd go to like those Chinese banquet type dinners and they always had the free roasted peanuts. Yeah, I would always eat them as a kid. Whoa, you can see the fire in the kitchen, like the wok action. All right, so the first thing that arrived, we got the green beans with Chinese olives, and this was recommended to us by our server. They look nice and like blistered. It's so crunchy. Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear how crunchy? Oh, that is good. These are some of the crunchiest green beans I have ever had. And I've had a lot of green beans, like literally almost every Chinese restaurant I go to, I order green beans. I'm already very impressed by that. I'm starting to see why reservations are hard to get. All right, next up to the table, we got the mapo spaghetti, and apparently it has beef and cheddar cheese. I'm very intrigued by that. Let's give it a good mix. Whoa, that is incredibly flavorful. Literally a flavor bomb. The spaghetti is cooked absolutely perfectly, has a firm chew to it, and is just coated in that flavorful sauce. It's like savory, super duper umami. It's a little bit spicy. Actually, it's kind of decently spicy. That is by far the most flavorful thing we had today. Maybe even one of the most flavorful things I've eaten all year. I guess like for some people, it might be too like on the salty side. I personally don't mind it, but I feel like if you don't like things too salty, then maybe it would be better to add like more noodles to balance out. Literally packed with flavor. Next up, we have something really unique, which is the XO escargot served with milk bread. I have to say, the last time I had escargot was a really long time ago. I don't even remember how long ago it was. That's how long ago it was. But this really intrigued me. I do love me some XO jurng type stuff, so I'm very excited. Let's go ahead and pull apart the milk bread first. Oh, it's steaming. Do you see the steam? Oh my gosh. Let's get the escargot out. Look at that. I'm just gonna place it on the milk bread and take a bite. That's good. First of all, the bread, oh my goodness. Warm, soft, fluffy, little bite from the crust. Then the escargot, it's like so flavorful. Since XO sauce is like seafoody, I think pairing it with the escargot makes the escargot taste really similar to like seafood. Almost like mussels or clams type of vibe. Yeah. Right? Yeah. That's so good. Am I an escargot fan now? I don't know. Do they all taste as good? No. No. But the star of the show just arrived. It's this fried squab served with Sichuan peppercorn. This is apparently a must get here, so I'm very excited to try it. It comes with a little lemon wedge, so I'm gonna squeeze it. Whoa, very, very juicy. I'm gonna go in for this piece. They say they cook it to medium, so it's a little pink, but they say that's normal. And then for the Sichuan peppercorn, we'll just give it a little dip. Cheers. It is cooked super well. Skin is crispy. Inside is nice and juicy. You definitely get the flavor of the squab. It's a lot less gamey than other squabs I've had. To be fair, I'm not a squab expert, but in the past, when I've had it, has more of that like gamey flavor. So this is really nice. I mean, I think if you like squab, you will definitely like this. It almost kind of tastes like duck to me. It reminds me of duck, but with a little more of a unique taste. And dipping it in that Sichuan peppercorn gives it so much more flavor. It adds this numbing spice to it, which complements it really well. Just adds like a little zing of spice and flavor, and also numbing. Okay, to end our full day of eating, we went to Banan, and this place is originally from Hawaii. All their soft serves are dairy-free and made from bananas. So we got one of their most popular items, which is the Chunkadelic. It's banana banan topped with macadamia nut honey butter, dark chocolate, shaved coconut, Nana Joe's granola, and honey. Let's get a scoop with a little bit of granola. Oh my gosh. Nice natural sweetness and creaminess from the banana, and you get the added sweetness from the honey drizzle on top. It goes really well with the granola, toasted coconut, and the chocolate chips too. It's almost like eating an acai bowl, but instead of acai, it's like banana. Really good. I just got some of that macadamia nut honey butter, and it is so good. Wow, this literally makes me feel like I'm in Hawaii. I have actually tried the Hawaii location, so I feel like this measures up. Perfect dessert to end off the day. So after much discussion between me and Kelly, we have decided that our top 3 today are the red taco with shrimp from Tacos El Tucan, the fried chicken wings from Lunette, and honestly, anything from Four Kings. Every single thing was amazing. It was just hit on hit on hit. But let me know below, what was your guys' favorite food from the video? And also don't forget to comment if you want to see more videos like this in maybe the South Bay or another SF one or other parts of the Bay Area. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!